extra match for a tiebreaker. So it was really close, and we're off.
Alright, so 20 rupees in the sanctuary and 10 hearts in Link House. So we see a bit of a standard route here for both of them, and we do see that Hera is Vanilla Pendant, the Desert had the Green Pendant, and a Crystal over in Eastern. And 5 rupees from the triple is quite nice, to be honest.
Yeah, that is nice. All right, so Yoshi going to give us a look at what Uncle has for us today. It is randomized swords. Could be anything.
We get our first heart container for this seed. And the says by the uncle gives us 10 arrows while Illus gets 20 rupees.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you get your rupee count up so you can go get the money from the bottle collector, or bottle vendor, excuse me.
Surprised that Illus did not stay and just continue looting from the bush crab there, considering that it gives you 20 rupees.
Yeah. All right, so we got a green pendant and a blue pendant at Hera. Green pendant at Desert, and Eastern is a normal crystal.
Yes, it is. And Illus found blue cane down in the drop down.
Yeah, at least something to do a little bit of damage, though he does need some magic for that. And we'll see. He's got 50 rupees, so he can go buy bombs here. Doesn't have to risk trying to open some.
Yeah, absolutely. The best thing that he could possibly find, at least what I consider here, if we go to Kakariko, is finding the good bee. Yeah, very early, so you can both get Sick Kid and you can also just buy back the money basically that you use to check the bottomers.
Yeah, and Yoshi actually taking advantage of the bush crab dropping those 20s.
Like you should.
All right, so how's Kakariko going to treat us? We're going to get lots of items. Are going to be pretty barren. And there's so much to open.
Yeah, absolutely. Kakariko is one of those places where it looks quite barren when you're just looking at it, but it is can at times be a secret gold mine. Well, the first has left a lot to be hoped for.
Yeah.
And it looks like iiYoshii is gonna take the risk compared to what Illus did with running down and buying some bombs.
Yeah, I like it. I like just going down. There's a really good chance that you can get some bombs there. And we got 300 rupees from the well. Heart container.
In blind shot we find 20 rupees, a heart container, another big 20, and 10.
Wow, this is a garbage Kakariko. It's just nothing.
Yeah, so far it's not the nicest of seeds. And there we got our first bottle from the bottle merchant.
Yeah, vanilla.
Hey, is this even randomized?
You know, a lot of runners like to put off Kakariko early if they can, in case, you know, you get the flute or, you know, a bottle or something. You can come back and do it all in one fell swoop. But Kakariko just being completely empty and getting that bottle, so that is nice. You can check Sick Kid and see if he gives us anything, because if he doesn't, Kakariko was a really big bust.
Yeah, you normally at least find one item over here, but today we might have one of the worst Kakarikos yet.
Yeah, this is I've seen bad Kakarikos. This is a bad Kakariko.
Yeah, this one definitely take a piece of that cake. So what does Sick Kid give us today? He gives us the Moon Pearl, so something good at least in Kakariko.
Yeah, at least we got the Moon Pearl. Not bad. So not the worst Kakariko, but it's still not a great one.
Yeah, at least you're gonna feel good about. At least I came here to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really on in the library as well, and we are not gonna get the blind race game for Illus.
Just 20 rupees. So yeah, Moon Pearl. That was it. That's not great. Let's see. So they've got some bombs. You can go do escape and do bomb escape. You can go south shore, which it looks like Illus is doing. You get the dam. You get mini Moldorm Cave and Ice Rod Cave. So got to find something here.
Yeah, there must be something be unlocked soon. We do also have seen people who go to the dam and then heads off to the desert, hoping for that gamble to work out. We usually see it more in the daily races, but that is a nice item that Ilias found there. Well, a power glove in the dam.
Yeah, now we're talking. So actually, we're just a hook shot away hammer away from Dark World. And we should point out our tracker for today is Dimensive. A big shout out to him for tracking for us today and going to keep us in line for all the things that we miss. If he doesn't miss anything, just let him know in chat. And yeah, but he's a great tracker and guarantee you he won't miss anything.
And it looks like Ilias is gonna stand here and farm a bit. Might be looking into doing Sora check early.
All right, so Moldorm Cave, mini Moldorm Cave has got to give us something.
Yeah, it feels like it at this point. It's 5 items here. Come on, something must be. Oh wow, that is a very irritating mini Moldorm.
Yeah, was able to get him. Just wasted a bomb. 10 arrows, a single rupee. All right, we got the hook shot. That's nice.
That could potentially, at least I've done a lot of dailies. Seeing the hook shot just points a lot of the runners up to Death Mountain early, just so you can take the right.
I mean, we have the gloves. Like, logically, it's not accessible without the lamp. But, you know, these are top tier runners. They're not going to let something like the lamp stop them from getting to Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Yoshi picking up his glove as well. And let's see what Ice Rod Cave has for us. You know, we still haven't seen Escape. There's a lot of items there. We got the glove, so we could check the back of Escape as well.
Yeah. And there we have our first the Clover first option.
Yeah, get that blue shirt going.
Yeah,
now it looks like Illus is actually going to give us a fake flipper here. We've got the Moon Pearl. We got 500 rupees. And you can check Hobo. You can check the island. You can check Waterfall Cave. And with those 500 rupees, you can check King Zora as well.
Yeah, even if Sora Waterfall Cave wouldn't have anything, just getting information about what's on the Sora ledge is very nice. It's the same as pay.
Yeah, just getting as much information as possible. I like this play. We'll see if Yoshi does the same. It looks like they're going to head towards Ice Rod Cave as well and get their blue mail.
Yeah. And Yoshi gets bullied by a lot of the enemies here.
Yeah, those crabs, you got to be careful with just green mail. 2 hearts of damage. So can't take too many more hits. Just a piece of heart from the hobo today.
Looks like he liked that we came for a visit.
Yoshi gonna pick up their blue mail, see if they follow suit, and fake flipper. No, they don't have 500 rupees. That might prevent them from doing it. Yeah, there we go. So they're gonna save and quit and either head towards Eastern or I'm guessing Escape. Looks like the back of Escape with a save to the sanctuary there.
Yeah, go into the back of Escape now is quite a good idea, even if they wouldn't get the lamp. But you can just use a hook shot for the enemies down in the sewers.
Yeah. All right, so Waterfall Fairy going to give us 3 bombs and 20 rupees. Man, early game is really holding out on us. The Back of Escape, on the other hand, 20 rupees. The map and the Fire Rod. All right, now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're starting to get into the good stuff.
All right, Zora's Ledge has just 3 bombs. No need to come back for that. We'll see if King Zora is going to be a scam artist today or give us something actually helpful.
And looking at the Yoshis right now might head up into Death Mountain.
Yeah, it looks like it. I bet he checks Lumberjack Ledge too. Oh, there's the lamp.
Oh wow, okay then. That is quite a good item for Illus to found. Even if they don't technically might need it because they are well versed in the dark rooms, just getting that speeds up the dark rooms immediately, indefinitely.
Yeah, for sure. So Ella's gonna go to the Back of Escape, pick up his Fire Rod. I missed what was on Lumberjack there.
It looked like either Piece of Heart or a Heart Container.
Okay, so we're not gonna have to do Aga for that. Aga might still be required. But the way the seed's going, it doesn't really feel like it. It feels like we're going to find a hammer here really soon. Or another glove.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of items super early, so that absolutely also feel like an Aga 1, at least.
Yeah, I mean, usually when it feels like an Aga 1, you have a sword and you have a cape or something. These runners still don't have a sword. We could still find a sword and a cape up here on the mountain. Yoshi doesn't know it yet, but Death Mountain is in logic.
I do like the different method here Yoshi is using to navigate, with using both bombs and using hookshot bow to navigate here. What I don't like though is that he's picking up the bombs. I would just sacrifice bomb, let it be lied on the ground, and then use that as a framework to where you're going. But at least we got her the bat here, so he's close to the escape.
Yeah, having a little bit of trouble, but I think he's almost there.
It looks like because of how the hookshot here looks, he's in the first room still.
No, he's out now. He just made it past those bats. So there we go. Another full heart container from the old man there. Illus will have a little bit more easy time with that lamp navigating this dark room here. No trouble for him.
Yeah, so far we have a very defensive seed.
Yeah, blue mail and ton of hearts. Which is nice because we don't have any swords or hammers or anything. And just a shield inside Spectacle Rock. So Yoshi's going to skip out on that shield and skip out on the hint as well.
It's a little bit sad because we still don't know where the boots could be because of there's always one guaranteed boot hint somewhere in the seed. So you might want to look for that one. After that, you can decide, depending on the seeds you have seen before the boot hint, if it's value to check them.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we're going to get a look at Paradox Cave while Illus is going to give us that look at that hint. See if it actually helps us out.
The big advantage here to Illus if it's anything good. That is a quite good hint, because we know now that we don't need to do the fire locked pores and image in Maya if we would have to go in there.
Yeah, and I think it was both items, right? So Mini Molder, Maya has nothing for our runners.
Yeah, that is a very good hint. There we have the hammer and the bow.
Wow. All right, so making up for the lack of the start there in Kakariko, we got both the hammer and the bow here in Paradox Cave. That's quite the Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
That actually puts Eastern completely in logic. Yoshi missing that bomb jump there. That's always a little frustrating.
It's not one of the worst bomb jumps though, so we're not losing too much time.
I mean, he is, because you got to exit out, walk all the way back around. You never want to miss that one. It's pretty easy bomb jump too, so I know he's not happy about that. But so the hammer now, we've got access to Tower of Hera. Though Tower of Hera is a pendant, it does have 2 items.
Yeah, we technically have Dark World access here, so don't even know if we're gonna see it quite yet from iiYoshii's side. Or from Illus' side either. They probably want to head over to Eastern or Pod before that.
Yeah, I mean, you're up here, and Hera doesn't take too much time. I mean, with Yoshi's routing, it looks like he is not going to do Hera. He's just going to do Spiral Cave and save and quit from here. And we'll see if Illus follows suit.
Yeah, it would not be a good route if we would have head over to Hera now after dropping down. And that is a very unfortunate full heart refill there for iiYoshii.
Yeah, so he's going to start just south of Link's house. So we'll see Hype Cave. And with that hammer and bow in hand, we'll see if he actually heads over. Oh, no, he's not going to do. He's going to head over to Eastern.
That is probably because he doesn't have the mirror yet, and it is still technically the Sphere 1 locations he's taking out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he knows he should not have gotten the Dark World access yet, so that's why he's continuing looking at this.
Yeah, he knows either the flute or the lamp is locking all that stuff, so it makes sense for him to go check these out. So just a piece of heart in Hera, and we're gonna get a first look at back of Sasharala's closet.
Which gives us a sword, and we also learn from Illus' side that Seaftown has an item for us.
Yeah, that might change the direction of our runners there, because that could be the boots hint.
Yeah.
So second hint that Yoshi is missing out on.
Yeah, so far the hints have been good.
So with Blue Mail, all the hearts, that fire rod, Eastern's going to be no problem here for Yoshi, even with the dark rooms. And the only real difficult dark room is the one with the Armos Knights.
At the same time, that one is not the baddest one either. And Illus accidentally dropped down there by the big chest.
Okay, so he's actually going to leave now because he got the 2 items. And it's the quickest way out without dying.
Yeah. And we also learned from the second hint that there is also a unique item in desert.
That's true. Alright, so Illus is going to go to Spiral Cave now, and then I imagine with that Thieves Town hint is probably going to head toward Thieves Town. We haven't had a look from either runners at the Dark World map yet, so we don't know if Thieves Town is a pendant or a crystal, but it does have a unique item, so I imagine Illus might be making his way there.
Yeah, generally looking at the Light World palaces at this point, there is a high chance that there is a crystal in Seaftown.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so I missed the first couple items in Eastern, but I don't think there is anything good yet.
I have not really seen anything when I've been glancing over there.
There's Spiral Cave for Illus, and we'll see where he decides to go. If he goes to Sanctuary, that means he's going to Thieves Town. Okay, so he's actually, looks like he is probably going to do Hype Cave. We get the hint that there's some cache above the pose, so that eliminates the Graveyard Ledge, which is always a nice hint to get as well. So hints have been pretty kind so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And map. We see blue pendant over in Pod, while the 5 and 6 crystal is in Seaftown and Turtle Rock. So because of that, we are nearly gonna fill out every item on our tracker today.
Alright, so how hype is Hype Cave gonna be? We start with 3 bombs, not very hype. Follow that up with
more defensive stuff.
That's pretty terrible hype cave.
Yeah, too many. There's too many defenses already. I feel like I want to see more action. And there's the cape in Eastern. And it's time for Dark Room. At the same time, we see Illus gonna head up to the pyramid. Might route in catfish at the end of this. We're gonna have to wait and see.
I imagine he goes to pod. I mean, you've got all the items needed to clear it. You hate to do. I mean, Pennant Pod is just the worst, anyways. But
Yeah,
I imagine he goes there. We'll see if he chooses catfish over pod.
it looks like it's catfish time.
Yeah, prove me wrong. All right, so Yoshi making it through the harder room in the Eastern Palace and is almost to the Armos Knights, and we'll be picking up his first crystal.
Yeah, I was using the bow there to figure out where the octopus was, or the cyclops, I guess.
All right, Yoshi setting up for the quick kill on Armos Knights here. Oh, and missed it. Nice recovery, though.
Yeah.
So, unless I missed anything, it seems like Eastern was pretty empty.
And the only thing it gave us was that cape, but it can still technically be something on the lead, the bumper ledge. And then we have another sword from Catfish.
All right, so we know where 2 swords are. Imagine Illus gets that sword from Sasha's closet eventually. You know, it's surprising. Illus has that hint about Thieves Town, and it is a crystal that he's not going there.
But it looks like he's gonna go and clear out Eastern now for that other crystal.
Yeah, so he's going to pick up his second sword from the back of Sasha's closet, get his cape from Eastern, and pick up his first crystal as well.
Yep. At the same time, we're gonna see iiYoshii heading into his first trip into the Dark World. He's probably gonna go as a hype cave. After that, though, I have to see if he goes the same route as Illus or if he decides to head over to the west side and do Stumpy and Vegan Game.
All right, so Yoshi going to pick up his garbage from this hype cave here, and Illus going to get his crystal and cape here from Eastern Palace. I gotta say, we should give a follow to our runners today. Both of them really good runners. Again, we're in the first week of the playoffs. Last locationers up 2-0 on Team Awesome right now. Yoshi playing for his team's life while Illus is trying to get the last locationers into the divisional finals. The playoffs this week have been just excellent so far. So Yoshi actually going to give us a couple new checks here, checking out Stumpy. And just gives him a tip of 20 rupees. And also, if you want to find out more about our runners, we actually have player profiles on the league website, which is ALTTPRleague.com, and you can find out more about Team Awesome and the last locationers, including which other team they would play for if they could play for another team in the league. All right, so dig game. What do we got here? Just 3 bombs.
Yeah. I do also like to see when runners try to paint something while they're digging. But yeah, Illus making his way through Eastern here very quickly.
Yep, and Yoshi's gonna head over to the Village of Outcast and Thieves Town area, so we'll see eventually here pretty soon what unique item is there in Thieves Town. Is it the boots? That's a good question.
Yeah, at the moment it's either desert or it is Thieves Town because of those 2 hints. If it is desert, that also feels feel good in the stomach.
Right, and also, I mean, those hints could be garbage. I mean, the unique item might be like the bug net or something. So those aren't. Though we don't know if those are the guaranteed boots hints or not.
Yeah, it's just speculations at this point.
Illus picking up his big key here, and then we'll pick up his cape. And it looks like Yoshi's going to head into Skull Woods first and check those out.
Yeah, it is another crystal as well, so in that way he doesn't lose anything. He might want to have a better sword before going up there, but he's probably just going to use the hammer against Moth.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do have the fire rod, so you can actually go all the way back to the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, not even gonna take this Gibdos test here before heading back there. He wants the crystal.
Yeah, he's just going straight back.
I do technically try to take that Gibdos test before heading back here in case there's a small key, because then I can use that to just go through here quick.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And if not, it might be a good item that you can use against Moth or something else.
Sure. Yeah. It's always nice to find something like half magic here in Skull Woods.
Yeah.
Alright, Illus not setting up for the quick kill on Armos Knights, but has everything set up from the bottom pretty well, so it's going to be still pretty quick. And it's going to be crystal number 1 for Illus there. Let's see where he decides to go from here. I imagine he'll be heading his way over to the Thieves Town Village of Outcast area as well.
Yep. And he's switching out to that hammer.
Yep, hammer does the same amount of damage as Tempered Sword. And what a great fight from Yoshi.
That was so beautiful. And another sword as well.
There we go. It's our 3rd sword today. You know, Illus, he gets that hint about Thieves Town and has just completely ignored it because he's going to go check out the front of Escape now.
I kind of find it ironic that is technically tempered for us today, and he was using the hammer to kill off Moth.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, I like Illus' decision here to go into Eastern. We have not seen that yet, and there are still 4 sets left in here, basically. And there we have that small key that could have been used to skip a few portions of the keys inside here, but probably going to use that to not be able to jump down and get trapped inside of the other part of Skullwoods.
So yeah, so Escape has got 3 more items. I believe we haven't got the key yet. So Escape's got 2 items.
Yep.
This is surprising for me, honestly, to see him go into Escape this early. Again, with that hint from Thieves Town, I guess he's just ignoring the hints.
Yeah, he's probably looking for a hint that is more to speak something about the boot requires the hammer or something like that.
Sure.
Or the boot is literally here, go get them.
But I mean, he knows that Thieves Town is a crystal, and he knows that there's a unique item in there. It just seems a little odd to put it off as much as he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're going to find out if we need that cape here pretty soon. And I think this last item is the key. Is that, no, that can't be, right?
It's either a small key here, or the small key is in Dark Cross.
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen Dark Cross. So I don't think the key actually can be here.
Alright, we don't need to check the Dark Cross at least. But yeah, only really the sword so far in Skullwood.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And there's Ether. Okay,
Okay.
Little bit more value to Skullwoods.
Possibly. We don't know which medallions we need for Meyer and TR, but there's a third of a chance that we need one of those.
Yeah, and it looks like Illus is gonna head over to Wheels of Outcast or Skullwoods next. And nothing on Bumper Ledge today.
So yeah, that cape is worthless unless, well, it is worthless because we got the Cane of Burna earlier as well. So runners can check Spike Cave soon.
Yeah, Spy Cave and Laser Bridge is basically what those two items unlocks right now. And we find another heart in the Sea House, putting us at a big amount into the second row already. So 20 rupees from the chess game. We're gonna have to see if iiYoshii goes into Thief Town now, or is he gonna take the rest of Wheels of Outcast first? Looks like it will be Thief Town first, because that one is one of the 5-6 crystals. So go right ahead. Ooh, dancing a little bit with the Wall Master there. Very close being picked up. And we see the map here at the back here. Illus gonna use that Wall Master to get out and can head back to fight Moth. And so far, we haven't really seen anything in Thief Town either for iiYoshii.
All right, so was that the first or second item there?
I think it was second.
Okay. So Illus making good work of the fact that we've got that fire rod, and he's going to go kill Moth as well, pick up his second crystal, and be rewarded with his tempered sword.
Yep. And time for one of the most irritating room in the game.
Yeah, the Hellway is no fun to make it through.
No.
All right, this is, I believe, Yoshi's second hint at the game since he skipped a couple.
Yeah.
And it's just a joke hint.
Yeah, time for the moth fight for Illus. He's setting up to do a little bit with the Master Sword. Yeah, Master Sword, a couple of Fire Rod, and then switching over to the Hammer.
Yeah, not takes Moth down. Not as clean as Yoshi's fight, but was able to survive there.
Yeah, And gets a very nice surprise with that tempered as well. But yeah, that was Ilya's second Christopher seed. Yoshi is working on his third. So far we are not seeing our unique item. It's
Yeah.
gonna have to come up soon.
It's in here somewhere. I'm guessing we're probably going to get a small key in the next chest.
Yeah, and then we find Titans in the Chief Town. In the big key.
Alright, there's that small key. So Illus going to make his way through the front of Skull Woods and pick up his Ether Medallion here. Meanwhile, Yoshi's going to take a gander at what's in this big chest. Is it the unique item?
Titans. Aww.
So, it's on...
I'm not trying to curse
on
iiYoshii
blind.
here, but I have found Titans too often in there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to be blind at this point that has our unique item.
I hope it's a good one.
Yeah.
Our tracker hoping for the single arrow unique item.
Ooh. Well, that's good because that means we can kill Ganon, right?
Yeah. Alright, so Yoshi so far on script. Nice work of blind here. And down goes blind without taking any damage.
Yeah, that was a beautiful fight there. And it's gonna be the mirror, actually.
That's actually a good one. It's really too bad that Illus ignored that hint and didn't get it sooner.
Yeah. However, for iiYoshii, it only opens up one thing to do for him. And that is Hera. And
Well,
K45
it's got a couple.
as
Yeah,
well.
K45. I mean, it makes routing a little bit easier.
Yeah, but he already knows what's above the post. He's not gonna go over there to check that. So right now, it's only the K45 that is opening, and it might be the case that that might point him back to Hera.
So he is going to check out K45 here. So it feels like what we've got pod left.
Yep. Which becomes a little bit nicer with the mirror as well, with routing in there.
Well, if you hadn't done Eastern yet.
I was talking inside of.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we can't get an Ice Palace yet because we don't have mitts. Alright, so it looks like Yoshi is going to be making his way to to pod now.
Hey, it is on the east side of Dark Hylia.
Or maybe
Dark
not.
Hyrule.
Maybe he's not going to do Eastern. Maybe he's going to go Pyramid Catfish and get his Tempered Sword.
I quite actually like this route because he can then shake Sora at the same time he's up there.
Alright, so
Yeah,
what haven't we seen?
writing in escape here as well. That's very nice to use that money.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he's not going to find anything here, but it is nice routing. Need one of these runners to make their way towards Pendant Pod.
Yeah, Pendant Pod, even though it's a pendant, it still has 5 items in it. So it is one of the locations you want to go to, even if it is pendants, because there's a high possibility that it is something good.
All right, to recap this race for anyone just joining us, we've had a pretty empty Kakariko. The Sick Kid had our Moon Pearl. The Hookshot was in Mini Moldorm Cave. Zora had the lamp, which led us up to Death Mountain. Where did we get our gloves?
The glove were in the dam.
Okay, so gloves were in the dam that led us up to Death Mountain. Paradox Cave had both the hammer and the bow. We got the mirror from Blind and Thieves Town, where Illus is right now. Let's see, our swords were in the back of Sasha's closet on Mothula and Catfish. And so that kind of leads us where we're at. I believe we've checked everything else. We're just looking for some sort of progression, and I believe it's going to be in pod.
Out of the items we have right now that we need to get progression, which one of them would you like to see the most? Would you want to see Titans, the Dens, the book, or the flippers the most?
I mean, the mitts open up the most, so that makes the most sense. You know, I'm always looking for the boots, but that only opens up a couple of spots.
Yeah, at this point, the boots only open up one thing.
Well, with that mirror, you can actually get to the King's Tomb as well. So Yoshi is going to make his way towards pod.
Yeah, it's gonna skip out with the catfish for now. He wants to use those monies instead to be able to open up pod in case catfish and Sora wouldn't have anything.
All right.
Yeah, Illus have already checked Tower of Hera. It had nothing for us, just a few hints about what the mirror was, and also that there was a unique item in desert. And we have also questions about the sword. The first sword was in Kakariko Well, the second were at Catfish, and the third was from Muffler.
The first one was actually from Sasha's closet.
Right.
All right, so Illa's going to take on Blind here, pick up his mirror, and probably finish up the rest of his Village of Outcast checks. Yoshi, on the other hand, is going to give us our look at pod and see what sort of progression we have here.
Right now, I want to see the small key from this chest here for iiYoshii, because the route becomes just so much better than. And yeah, the third crystal for Illus, and the nice routing for pod today. And a vanilla big key.
Yeah, we got our pod big key, vanilla there. Couple more keys. See if we can find any more.
Ooh. Alright, there's something in Shuffleboard Cave today.
Yeah, I have a really strong feeling we're going to find the mitts here.
Yeah, at this moment it is pointing that direction. I am still though a little bit worried about that unique item in desert.
Sure, yeah. Alright, so all of our items are in the bag here. So Illus gonna check out K45. Let's see if he routes in pod, because I think that's all he's got left.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's start seeing some items here in pod. Well, what do we got?
Not that.
Bottle doesn't do much for us here.
Hey, it's our second fairy as well.
All right, this should be our last key. Nope, that means Harmless Hellway has got an item.
Yeah.
And Yoshi still hasn't done his water checks either.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't have a lamp at this point.
All right, that's our second
Well,
item, 300
If
rupees.
that was a point, if that was a pointing him for Sora, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually don't think he's going to do Zora anytime soon. Actually, you know, well, if he's keeping track of, like, he knows that he's not in logic without either the flute or the lamp, he might do Zora. So he opened up an item there. We didn't see what it was. We'll have to check his menu, because that could have been mints.
Yes.
It also could have been like the map. All right, so there's the red meringue. There's 300 rupees. And it was the map, so that means there's something on Helmasaur?
Yeah, one item on Helmasaur, but it looks like iYoshii will not check that, which is, at this point, not really what you want to skip out.
Oh yeah, that's really bad, because we know that there's nothing left. He's going to do Catfish, he'll route in Zora, get his lamp, and then he's going to have to come back to Pod. That's really unfortunate routing for Yoshi there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not great, to say the least, but the...
I mean, that's going to cost him a lot
I understand
of
his
time.
route, at least. I understand the route.
I don't know. I don't know if I understand the route, because you've got the fire rod. There's still one item. I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with this one.
I'm thinking more or less that, okay, I have 2 locations left outside this Ped Palace.
Right, so it's either he knows he's going to find either the flute or the lamp, right? So either, you know, neither one of those really unlocks anything else. That means he's going to have to come back to Pod anyways. I mean, unless he finds like the flute and mitts. That's, I don't know. It just seems very risky to leave the one item on Helmasaur.
It is.
When you only have, in logic, you only have Catfish and Zora left.
Remember, he had not been to Hera yet. He
But
might be thinking that there could be something up there.
You know, it's
especially
funny.
with that mirror. It doesn't take too long to get up there.
That is funny. Our tracker just brings up something else. Nobody's gone to Agina, so there is one more location available, which could have our progression, which would be unfortunate for both of our runners. So if you're rooting for Team Awesome and Yoshi, you want the last item to be on Agina and not Helmasaur, because then we'll have save time. But again, pretty unlikely.
Yeah, and if you're here for the last occasionals, you're hoping that there is something on Helmasaur.
Oh, you know what? We do have Spike Cave in logic as well, so we added one more location.
Yeah, absolutely. With that blue cane and the cape, absolutely.
So yeah, so we've got a couple locations left, but it's still surprising to see him leave Helmasaur there.
Yeah. And also, just to fill out more for iYoshii's route decision here, I'm gonna have to bring it down to just he might want to have a little bit easier dark room there.
I mean, he's got the fire rod, so you can light the room with the turtles there. So I don't know. We'll have to hear what he thinks. And again, for Team Awesome and Yoshi's sake, hopefully Helmasaur doesn't have anything. Hopefully Spike Cave is the progression, or Gina, and he will have saved a bunch of time.
It looks like Yoshi will go to Hera now because of that switch out to the mirror.
All right, so he's going to be able to get his 2 items here. This won't take too long, and doesn't have to do the basement or anything. And
but we
both
do
the
know
items
that
are in the
it
first
is
3
not
chests.
required. It's not required
Right.
at the moment. The only thing it would be required for if it would be that ice rod, the cane, or the flute is on the pedestal when it comes to this dungeon.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's going to do Spike Cave, which I imagine he's going to, routing in Hera makes sense. So
yeah. But yeah, Illus now. I think he have been to the back, right?
yeah, so he's gonna make his way to Helmasaur right now.
Yeah, and he also gonna take the 2 items in here, just like Illus does. So he's gonna have to head to Spike now.
Yeah, and like I said, make if you're gonna route in Spike Cave, might as well route in Hera while you're up there. It's quick with the mirror, and we'll see if we're gonna find out where our progression is. Was the Helma skip good, or is it gonna save Yoshi time, or is it gonna end up costing him a lot of time?
Yeah, a lot of runners like to hold off with Spike Cave because of the low chance for it being anything here. The same goes for Gina though, so... Ooh, he has to be so hard today.
So Yoshi has got a Gina or Pod. And it looks like he's going to a Gina.
Yep. I kind of want to see him actually checking out the desert layers before going into Agina.
Yeah, some runners do that.
Yeah, even if it's not anything, it is good information for
Sure.
if you're gonna have to do desert eventually. You don't have to do that rundown over there. But he's gonna head directly into Agina.
Yep. So we're gonna find out here really shortly which is the right play.
Yeah.
And Agina has for us today the flippers.
Ooh, that is a very good find because that route in a swamp at this point.
Well, we don't have the hook. Oh, we do have the hook shot, so there you go. And Helmasaur only with the 20 rupees. Wow.
That one is gonna sting.
So that really worked out for Yoshi there.
Yeah.
Illus, last location in those flippers.
We're gonna have to see, is it gonna go Spike or is it going to Agina? It looks like it will be Spike.
Yeah, so he truly is going to last location in those flippers.
Oh.
I criticize Yoshi a bit for leaving that Helmasaur behind. I don't know. I still don't think it was the right play, but it's going to work out for him really well here.
Yeah. It feels like feels as bad as if we're gonna have to leave an item behind in Nashiv Town Big Cest. It feels just as bad having to do that.
Yeah. So another joke hit there in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, it seems
So-
like 50-50 actually for iiYoshii at the moment for his hints. 2 of them have been good, 2 of them have been a yoke.
Yeah, you mentioned that you got mitts in Thieves Town a lot. I get mitts in Swamp almost all the time, and it really feels like we're gonna find mitts here pretty soon.
Yeah, probably. Right now, that is the one item that gives us the most locations at the moment.
Yeah, it opens up Darkest Mountain, opens up Ice Palace.
The Smith Chain, if you would want
Yep.
to do those.
I mean, I never
With
want
the
to do that.
mirror, with a mirror, it is a nice quick route.
Sure, I just never want to do the Smith Chain ever, even with a mirror.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I tend to hold off that one for a long time, and it have cost me a lot of matches.
So Illus going to pick up his flippers here, and we're going to see a little bit of a high five as our runners both enter Swamp Palace. iiYoshii ahead a bit of Illus, but not so far ahead that Illus can't catch up.
Yeah.
Let's see if any of our runners choose to do the left side. We haven't got any hints about the left side of Swamp, have we?
Not yet. Only Mr. Meyer.
And
Yeah,
there's
there is
our
Titans.
mitts.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it happens so often. Titans mitts in Swamp Palace.
Yeah. So we are gonna get the back here first. Which has kind of become a little bit of the standard route, because if you have not seen any of the dungeon items yet, just going back here first to see if you get anything does give you a lot of information about the left side and Big Cest.
Yeah. All right, Yoshi gonna give us a look at the flooded chest. 2 chests here.
Well, there could be something on the left side because of that compass.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, hearts are not a problem for our runners today.
Absolutely
Hour and
not.
14 hearts.
I feel like we have gotten too much heart too quick. They must feel really safe right now. We have time for Argus. It's gonna be a pretty quick fight with that tempered.
Yeah. You never really want to fight Argus with anything less than tempered. But being rando happens quite often.
Even with the Master Sword, if you set up the spins and then get 2 at the same time, it does make it a little bit better. And a nice quick kill there on Argus. And there's
Yeah,
a
it was
big
great.
key, so there are 2 items left and 1 map.
Yeah, and we're still looking for quite a few. We need the flute. We need the ice rod. We need Canis Maria. And we don't know which 2 medallions we need for Misery Mire Turtle Rock yet, so.
Does not look like he wants to head in there though. He's gonna head over to ice. And he have also not seen Lake Hylia yet, so he might just go do that one first.
Yeah, that makes sense. You route in Lake Hylia, Hobo, and you can do the Waterfall Ferry as well, and then come right back to Ice Palace. Makes sense.
We do know that there is nothing here though.
Just cleaning up his checks that he hasn't done. It's just efficient routing. Illus picking
Yeah.
up his Titans and Minutes. We'll see if he chooses to head back and find out what the last 2 items in Swamp Palace are. I'm guessing with him last locationing those flippers, he's probably feeling a little behind. So I don't know if he's gonna want to go back in, but we'll take it. We'll see what he does.
At the same time, though, he found the lamp very early. He might feel good for that, and then he got that last case for Flipper, so it might be 50-50 with how he feels right now. And usually when I'm in that kind of state, I'm not leaving anything behind.
Yeah, I mean, you don't feel good when you last location a progression item like that, especially a Sphere 1 progression item. So I have a feeling he's not feeling great about his routing right now, but we'll see what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, we are gonna have we're gonna have the Argus fight in a moment for Illus, and yeah, it looks like iiYoshii is gonna head into that ice pad.
Yeah, it makes sense. You got flippers, you got the mitts, you got the fire rod.
The hammer.
Yeah, you got plenty of hearts. So
And there are 3 items in here and 3 hints, so very nice reason to get over here. And that first hint is not the best one either.
yeah, there's actually a couple unique items in Paradox Cave there.
Yeah.
All right, our first check in Ice Palace. What's it gonna be? Just the map.
My favorite item to have in that says it's a small key.
All right, so Illus actually is going to take those mitts, and he's going to go check out, looks like Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, there's a lot of items up here, plus he might also want some information about what is needed to opening Turtle Rock.
Oh, he gets Dead Rock
Ooh,
there.
Dead Rock.
He also skipped Left Side Swamp, so there is 2 items over on the left side for both of our runners.
Yeah. Okay, that's a really good hint as well.
And the red bomb is dead, though it likely was already dead since Turtle Rock is the last 5/6 crystal.
The only thing I could really see then, it would be the flute.
Yeah, possibly. All right, so Illus is gonna be able to find out which medallion he needs for Turtle Rock, and then you got Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave. So you got 6 different checks to make.
Yeah, they have also already checked the floating island as well. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of nice quick. And there we have the flute actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's gonna make Illus feel at least a little better. So yeah, 2 more items potentially from Gomu now. And there's Ether for Turtle Rock. Alright, that's really nice.
And so we can open up Ether. Or excuse me, we can open up Turtle Rock with Ether there.
Yeah, which make that big key chest in Skullwood is actually useful.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, just the key so far. Nice Palace. 5 rupees in Hookshot Cave, followed by 20 rupees. And $300.
Kind of made that all those rupees kind of make that cave into a cave of wonder.
Alright, so Illus gonna activate his flute. Yoshi's gonna pick up the blue boomerang.
Yeah.
So far,
Okay.
not much in Ice Palace. With that flute, we have access to the Mire area and desert, and we do know that there's a unique item in desert as well.
Yeah, it looks like Yoshi will not doesn't want to skip out on those unique item hints anymore.
Oh, that's right. We also have a unique item in checkerboard. So
Yeah, it's a very nice find. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have looked right here, I think there's one item left, one key, and one compass.
Just 20 on the desert ledge.
Yeah, still important that he's active though, just to be sure so he doesn't have to go down there. I have had so much problem lately with this bomb jump here. It is getting me a little bit sad. And a quake needed for Meyer, so 3 items from go.
We're gonna find Quake right here. Watch.
Nearly. We saw bombos on iiYoshii side.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
And so Ill's gonna make the play into desert, see if we can find what that unique item is. And Yoshi, I think, gonna find our last item on Cold Stair. Is that right? No.
Nope, it's a small key today on Cold Stair because he
okay.
found his last item in the big chest. So a lamp today on the tour, so not boot locked. And a very nice hint there about Mimic Cave. Blink and you missed that. That was a very good fight from iiYoshii.
Yeah, great fight. So I imagine Yoshi's going to make his way up towards Death Mountain now as well. And he'll be picking up his flute here really shortly.
Yeah. Unless he wants to do this myth chain, but as you said, that one is not the best one to do.
Yeah, nobody really wants to do the Smith chain.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna head over to Dark Death Mountain as well. I do kinda want to see him just open that rock and go in just to check the hint. That dead rock is giving him a lot of problems. Okay then. Is the unique item here or on Len Moles? There is the boots!
Well, there you go.
I did say early that the boots could be in desert. But yeah, that's definitely not where you want to find those. And there's a red cane, so that's very nice routing for Illus. And it looks like it's time for Illus to do Ice Palace. No. Ah, he wants to buy some better potions. And we get a hint about catfish with that sword under there. Okay, where is he going? He's going to Ice Palace. I kind of want to see him actually gamble Terror Rock at this point. Because at this point, I'm gonna assume that it's either there or on the Smith chain that Quake is. And we're having the money then being raided by iiYoshii. So iiYoshii is just moments away from picking up his flute. It would be interesting to see where iiYoshii decides to go after the picking up his flute and do the initial Mario 6. If he's gonna like full clear desert, there's still one item in there, or if he's gonna gamble TR.
Yeah, well, I mean, after desert, he's already cleared Ice Palace, so I don't know. I feel like TR would be the play to make. I mean, Ice Rod is probably just sitting up in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we do also have though the Smith Chain, and I would feel bad if the Ice Rod is there. I've seen that a lot of times. But yeah, we have not have any hints about the Smith Chain yet, which is probably why they haven't done it.
Yeah, I mean, they did both leave 2 items in Swamp Palace. Can't forget that either.
Yeah.
So I imagine Illus is going to full clear, since we're still 2 items away from go mode. He's going to full clear Ice Palace, so not going to be able to make up any time here.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
So Yoshi's going to find out the medallion needed for Meyer, and he will pick up his boots. We'll see if he goes and kills Landmolus for that green pendant while he's here.
Yeah. It is a question if he would want to go to Landmolus and clear that one out to get that item.
So Yoshi actually going to get his Cane of Samaria first.
I think he saw the hint about Shuffleboard Cave.
Alright, so there's the Cane of Samaria for him. Illus gonna... I think there's like a shield in here. That's about it. Maybe some rupees in Ice Palace. And Yoshi heading back to Desert and pick up his boots finally.
Where were the blue boomerang again? Wasn't that one?
Oh yeah, that's here as well. That's an Ice Palace as well, yeah.
What the blue boomerang will be nice when they go into GT.
Alright. Noah's gonna get his blue boomerang. Real curious to see where Yoshi decides to go after this. So possible options is we do have the Smith Chain. You can make your way through Turtle Rock. You can't clear it without that Ice Rod, and just linger in there. 2 items in Swamp Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, as some people is pointing out, right now, I can see 3 possibilities when it comes to the pedestal. One is Quake, Ice Rod, and the third one is either Mushroom Powder or the shovel unlocking that that Quake or Ice Rod.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a low possibility of the ped having anything, though.
Even a book would actually be a possibility at this point. Yeah, there is still
Yeah.
a lot of things that can be there.
Right. I'm guessing Ice Rod and Quake are both in Turtle Rock. That's my guess.
Yeah, that seems to be the play. And iiYoshii is gonna flute where?
Well, he's gonna go do his boot checks. So
Right.
he'll check Bonk Rocks, he'll check out King's Tomb, and then we'll see where he goes from there. He might do Smith Chain from then.
Have to see, yeah. Probably want to find that mushroom or powder before starting out the Smith Chain.
Alright, so Bonk Rocks has nothing. Let's take a look at what King's Tomb has. And Illus, not as quite as nice of a Cold Stare fight, but is able to take him down.
Yeah, got a very unfortunate ice drop there on him, knocking him away from getting the shot.
So you just a pair of 20 rupees from both of the boots locked locations, and it does look like Yoshi's going to be doing that Smith Chain. Well, we'll see where Illus decides to go from here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And since he's saving and quitting, that means he's going to be doing his boots checks as well. Normally you would just mirror and flute.
Yeah. I do like the route here that Illus is doing, starting off with King's Tomb.
Yeah. All right, so with the mirror, the hook shot, with the flute, the Smith Chain checks are gonna be nice and quick. Be able to dash through all these pegs.
Yeah, item dash is such a cool trick.
And the hammer pegs has for us our ice rod. Hello.
Oh, that is a horrible location for that one.
All right, we are a Quake medallion away from go mode.
Yeah.
And we know where Yoshi's gonna be heading after turning in these the Smiths and the purple chest.
Oh no, Illus is
Illus
also
heading up to
casing
Turtle Rock.
Ice Rod as well. And butter from the Smith Chain as well.
It's like a French-ish vanilla, I guess.
Yeah.
Still swordsmiths.
Yeah. I would consider it vanilla at that point.
Oh, this is bad for Illus.
Yeah. Wait. Why doesn't Illus have butter? Right, he never started. He
hasn't done the Smith Chain, yeah.
I'm suddenly mixing the two ups together.
Alright, so they're gonna... It looks like they're both gonna be in Turtle Rock at the same time. Unfortunately for Illus, he's not gonna be able to clear it. So he's gonna have to double dip. This is not good for Illus.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bet that Quake is in here as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a ton of locations left. We need some sort of fetch quest after Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
You know, Drac and Goomba, the other two last locationers, were able to win their races by not last locationing, and you know, Illus trying to live up to the name.
Yeah. Alright, a small key in the verses.
And it'll be actually really bad for Illus as well if we find Quake in here, because he'll go do Meyer before he does the Smith Chain.
He did read a hint about the Meyer hint, so he may not go into the cutscene room.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think both had both items there, so.
Are we gonna see item dash here? No. Aww. I like the blue cane item dash in here, in this room. Oh, that is a perfect setup for go mode Turtle Rock.
Yeah, unfortunately, our runners aren't going to be able to go mode it. We did get that hint about a mimic cave, so we can skip that.
Ah, that just looks so good. And
Well,
there is Quake.
Yeah, so
Oh,
this is bad for Illus.
yeah, it is. Because iiYoshii can now just go mode the rest of Turtle Rock.
All right, so iiYoshii at 121.14 is in go mode.
Yep. And he will be able to go mode both Meyer and Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, we know the big key in Meyer is not on the left side as well.
Yeah, which will make Meyer generally quick to get through. A bit of a high five there for them.
Yeah, I don't blame Illus for this. I mean, you play enough rando, you see Ice Rod in Turtle Rock so often that you know, it makes sense to gamble it.
Yeah. And just generally, we see a lot of times where people just enter Turtle Rock when they are starting to run out of places to look, just because of if the progression is there. There's so many times we have seen flippers or any other stuff like that in here. Okay, because of that small key that iiYoshii found there, that Illus found there, iiYoshii will be able to skip Laser Bridge.
Yep. And the only thing he's really missing for GT is silvers, but he's got the butter sword, he's got blue mail, 14 hearts. He's not gonna go out of his way to look for those silver arrows.
He will get red mail though, so that is nice.
Maybe. I mean, he can skip this chest as well if he wants.
Yep. And yeah, he's just gonna skip it. So Illus will look fabulous while iiYoshii will not.
We will be able to see what is on Laser Bridge because Illus is going to do Laser Bridge looking for that ice rod.
Yep. So compass in the top chest. Map in the second chest. Small key in the third. And 5 rupees in the last. Yeah, a bit of frustration flashes there from Illus as iiYoshii is gonna go into to the try next fight.
And with butter, this Trinex fight is super easy.
Yeah, it's literally it's like a laughing stock at that point.
All right, so Illus is going to do the Smith chain, get his ice rod, but he's going to have to run through Turtle Rock again.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like iiYoshii is right now a palace ahead of Illus at this point because of having to go out and go through Turtle Rock again later. Although the one thing that we will probably see with Illus is he will do Maya first, and then he's gonna go and do Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
So you don't have to climb multiple times. So, butter was from the Smiths and ice rod was in pigs. That is not a fun one.
All right, crystal number 6 down for Yoshi. He's gonna make his way towards.
And unfortunately, we not get a frozen bird today. You want to know a little bit interesting about Quake?
What's that?
That is that. Put up this scenario. Let's say you're going to pod without lamp and fire rod, but you still want to do Helmasaur. Yeah. Then, if you go down to that room with many turtles, one thing you can do to make that room easier is just use the Quake immediately as you go in. What Quake does in there is that it creates a mini earthquake, turning the turtles upside down, plus flashing like they have been damaged.
Oh, nice. All right, so Illus actually saving his portal since he picked up his ice rod. He took a death there. You saw him ditch his fairy. Took his death, so he didn't have to use the mirror. He has to turn Jeremiah back in to get rid of him. So he's going to drop him off here. He's going to flute back to Death Mountain and use the saved warp. So Illus isn't out of this.
No, Illus!
This is
That was his has to get back. And it's gonna be a go mode Meyer as well.
no. This is good. This is gonna be fine for Illus. So Illus is going to do Meyer. He's going to. I'm guessing he'll probably die after this, and then go back up to the mountain, and just do the back of Turtle Rock. So this is actually working out pretty well for Illus. He's still far behind, but
yeah, but that was butter. It would make
no.
both GT and Trinix a lot faster.
I mean butter. The difference between butter and tempered is actually not that different. That's not a big deal, honestly.
It would have taken him maybe 4 seconds to get butter at that point.
Okay, so first of all, he doesn't know that it's butter, and so again, it's not going to save him any time. You can still one cycle Ganon with a tempered sword, so I mean, getting butter makes no difference whatsoever.
I still would have checked what he has at that point.
He's in go mode. There's no reason to make that check. I mean, he doesn't know that it's butter. We know that it's butter, and again, butter is not important at this point.
It could have been silvers though. That would have been up the GT fight and yes.
I mean, it could be 20 rupees. So the reason that he saved the blacksmith is you can't get rid of the blacksmith. You have to turn him back in, and you can't go into dungeons with him. So you got to turn him back in. This routing actually makes a lot of sense for Illus if he wants to win this race, and that's what he's doing. He's making the most of his opportunity. He knows he's a little behind. Last location in those flippers, and then going into Turtle Rock without the ice rod. So all of the routing that Illus is doing is really, really smart and effective, and it's going to keep him in this race.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, guys, you know what time it is. So start the bot, because somewhere in GT we have that big key. 1 to 22. Write that in chat. If you are subscribed or you have donated some bits to any of the speed gaming channels, you can make it onto the leaderboard. Where do you think it is, Fear Radiant?
Well, I've won 6 of these things, and I've been going with either 9 or 11 when I win. So I'm gonna go number 9.
All right, I'm gonna say number 18. I think it's gonna be a long time we spend in the GT.
I actually think it's gonna be. I should have guessed 2. I think it's going to be in Hope Room, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I went with those numbers just because they've worked for me, but I do think it's going to be, in Hope Room.
Yeah, right now you are in the lead when it comes to this guessing game, so not surprised that you are guessing those type of numbers.
I'm just really lucky. All right, so that's crystal number 6 for Illus. He's going to take a death here, and he's going to go up and kill Trinex. Again, this routing makes just so much more sense if he wants to stay in this race. He's still behind by a bit, but he can do it. And the bird is a great way to take some damage here, though he does have red mail. This is like the one time where you're like, I wish I didn't have red mail.
Yeah.
All right, so get your guesses in. Again, if you're a sub or supporter and you win, you can be added to our leaderboard. And we're going to stop this thing as soon as Yoshi enters GT.
It looks like it's gonna start off with the 2 on the right side. That has been the standard. What had become the standard, basically. So the first test is triple bombs, the second is a small key, and because of that small key, he's gonna continue on the right side.
Yep, that makes sense.
We're gonna have to see if it will be a full right or just secking those first 4 tests on the right side and then mirror out.
All right, so we see Illus using that saved portal there, and he's right immediately back to Laser Bridge on Turtle Rock. So you see why the routing that he did and how much time it's going to save. So there's our single arrow.
So yeah, 1, 2, 6. That was 3 to 6.
Yeah, pretty standard routing here from Yoshi.
Yep. And number 7 is a small key. And he's gonna unbob Bob.
Bye, Bob.
And we're seeing the behind the turtle strats from Illus side.
Yeah, really nice. Gonna one cycle Trinex here.
There is powder in number 8. Big red in number 9. Number 10 is the big key.
Wow, I was so close.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, and the correct answer, the closest guess from the sub or supporter is the Fear Agent. That's happens to be me.
Oh my god, this game is so rigged.
That's gonna put me at 7 wins.
Yeah, the closest to you is right now are the Wolves with 5 wins, and then the next is 3 wins. And
Feels
a lot
good.
of ones at number 1.
Feels good. All right, so Illus making his way to Ganon's Tower. Now let's see if he does Dark Magician strats and goes left immediately. He can actually make up some time here.
Yeah. And because there was a small key also on that torch, he wouldn't have to look for more keys either.
Unfortunately for Illus, he's going to go right. And since he's going to get that key, he's probably going to continue right. So he's not going to be able to make up any time here on Yoshi as Yoshi makes his way through the gauntlet. So he's got a clear, I would say like a good 2-minute lead on Illus right now.
Very nice room there for iiYoshii. I have a lot of problem in that room.
Yeah, nice gauntlet for Yoshi. And he's going to powder that fairy there. And what he's doing here is syncing up the Land Molus 2 here so that he can hit him all in one go. Wasn't able to get it, but nice attempt.
Yeah, that was a very nice attempt indeed. Okay, is Illus doing full right or is he gonna mirror here?
I imagine he mirrors. Yeah, you don't see very often runners do full right.
It's kind of when people try to galaxy brain no, that later, but yeah, not really this time around. Ooh, nearly. This room though does look very nice if you line up the block correctly.
All right, so Illus picking up his powder and is about to pick up his big key here. And we're making his way upstairs. Meanwhile, Yoshi getting through these lasers. Gonna refill his magic. So if things hold up, we are going to see Game 4 between Team Awesome and Last Locationers.
Yeah, it would be a very nice game as well.
Yoshi making sure he's got all the safeties, powders those anti-fairies, the baubles there, gets a couple fairies. And Moldworm 2 is up, and with that butter sword, just 2 slashes. Or feeling good, the 2 dashes, that always feels nice.
And
Still looking for those
yeah, look for those
silvers.
Well, we're gonna hear about what they are in about 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. Like, what haven't we checked?
Okay, I'm gonna guess they were on purple chest.
Yeah, they're probably. No, we checked purple chest. They're probably just in Ganon's tower.
No, we only checked the smith.
No, Yoshi turned in the purple chest.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, they're not gonna say left side swamp.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, we had 1 item left in there. Or 2 items do we have left.
Alright, Aga 2. Nice lineup for a triple there for Yoshi.
Yeah, I think there's 1 left for him. And a nice spin there for Illus.
137.50. Yoshi is done with Aga 2 and will be on his way to meet Ganon. Meanwhile, Illus makes his way through the gauntlet. Nice gauntlet for him as well. It's going to be tough for Illus to come back. Yoshi with that butter sword only needs 6 slashes for the first 2 phases. And then 1 slash for phase 3 per cycle. Nice dash strats here. And then 12 spins to close it out.
Yep.
Like, I'm not even sure a fall here would be enough time for Illus to come back. It might be.
I don't think so. No. Right now, I feel like iiYoshii is too far ahead. However, if it is a drop late into phase 4, he can kind of catch up then. And there we have the Swamp Palace.
Well, there you go. Alright, so on to phase 4, 12 spins here. You can get 3 per phase if you use the fire rod, but we don't have magic. Don't want to run out of magic. So gonna go 2 per cycle with the lamp. Moldworm 2 down for Illus on his way to Aga 2. Yoshi does pull up fire rod.
Yeah, he's lining up to get the triple here.
Yeah, there's 2, 1 more here. I think this is going to do it.
And there we go.
Get your GGs in chat for Yoshi, keeping Team Awesome alive and forcing a Game 4 between Team Awesome and the Last Locationers here in the first week of the playoffs.
And congratulations to Yoshi for first place with an official time of 1:40.24.
GGs to Yoshi. Meanwhile, Illus here finishing up Aga 2, and we'll have to do the same thing. Doesn't have the Butter Sword, but again, with the Tempered Sword, can still one cycle each phase if he's had enough practice. And Illus has played this game a lot. He should be able to one cycle phase 1 and 2 here with the Tempered Sword.
So yeah, we're into the Ganon fight here for Illus. We'll require a few more the spins, the strikes here in the first and second phase. Yeah, we're into phase 4.
Yeah, he's setting up for triples as well. But unfortunately, pokes him there a little bit.
Yeah. And missed that hit there. But gets the second. And gets the third. But yeah, so far very nice phase 4 for Illus.
Yeah, making short work of Ganon here.
And there we go. That was the last hit for him.
Get your GGs in chat for Illus.
Yeah, Illus comes in with an official time of 1:43.04. GG to him. And we have received a message that iiYoshii is not gonna come in for an interview. So we're gonna have to see if Illus drops by.
Yeah, Illus will always drop by. We'll see him here in a second. What a race, though, right?
Yeah, that was a really good race. And we are joined by Illus. GG.
GG.
I mean, you guys did choose the name The Last Locationers, so it's not unfair to bring it up. But when it happens, it's like painfully obvious, right?
Yeah. Those flippers were literally in the last location. I thought for sure that Help Sucking had something. But apparently it was all just bait. I saved part for later because I figured, yeah, maybe I should kill Hammer Sucking or not, and that made my decision a bit easier. And it turned out it was all just a big bait. Yeah, feels bad.
Yeah, it's funny. Yoshi actually went into pod just a little bit before you and left the one item on Helmasaur, and I on stream criticized the decision because he only had a couple checks, and it ended up working out for him. Though that wasn't really the difference between this race. The difference was he got Ice Rod before you did, before going up to Turtle Rock. So
I figured that maybe something is in Turtle Rock after all. probably buy a medallion, and that's what it was. But as my checks were getting lower and lower, I figured, yeah, maybe I should just go dip Turtle Rock and hope the ice sword is in there. It turned up pretty quickly after my Turtle Rock dip, so I just had to kill myself in the overworld a few times. It wasn't the biggest time loss, but it was a time loss. And
It was the time loss, but the way you routed it by saving the warp point and then having to get rid of the smith was pretty funny as well.
yeah, I regret picking up the smith, but yeah.
Also,
it was such a muscle memory thing, so that's
Sure.
that.
Yeah, and there was one funny thing as well. So, iiYoshii picked up butter. Can you guess where the butter?
I've done basically everything. Maybe it was the Smiths.
Yeah, so
It was vanilla.
Well, it doesn't make the biggest time difference, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really mind.
And you know, it was funny. I saw you there cursing the red mail as you had the murder crow.
Yeah.
You know, dealing damage to you one heart at a time. Normally, you know, you avoid those things because they do so much damage. But you were trying to death ward basically back to Turtle Rock, and you know, picking up that red mail was the one time it was like, you don't want red mail.
Why did I need to find that red mail? It's bad.
All right, so go ahead.
I guess I should have done Dark Magician because I tend to do it if I feel behind. But I figured that maybe Yoshi did the exact same things as I did. But it turned out he had a slight advantage. So that was a mistake on my part, I guess.
Yep.
So how are you feeling about everything? You guys are up 2-1 now. Do you know who's going to be playing Game 4 for you guys?
Yes, it's probably gonna be Goomba. And we're gonna see, maybe we'll close out next time.
Yeah, so it's Game 4. You guys are the lower seeds. So you actually get to pick the mode with one veto from Team Awesome. Be interested to see what we go with here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out as well. Pretty sure Goomba can do it against anyone.
Just as long as you guys don't live up to your namesake, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it went really well. Like most of the time, or most of the seed, I felt really well about my decisions. I was a bit careful by not skipping escape and all that, but it turned out that there were Sphere 1 flippers that ruined all the flow that I had going, and yeah. But that's Randomizer, right?
Yeah. I do have one question. It was you got the hint, I believe it was in Hera, about a unique item in Thieves Town, but you put Thieves Town off quite a bit, even doing escape before going to Thieves Town. Can you elaborate on that decision?
I figured that that might not have been the boots hint, so I went for some safe crystals instead. Maybe find the mids, maybe find some item left in escape, and yeah, walking all the way through that, or walking the long way to the portal north of Kakariko is a pain. So I maybe wanted to find something to make it easier, like a flute or mids, but they didn't turn up.
Yeah, the boots were instead in desert, which was also the other hint up in Hera.
Yeah, I figured that at least one of those might be the boots and the other might be the K. Turned out I was right.
Yep. Are there any other thoughts about the seed?
It was quite the annoying seed. I've practiced a few seeds before and I routed them really, really well. And Fear Agent knows.
Yeah.
But this one just did go against my expectations, and I'm a bit disappointed. But it was a close race overall in the end, and I'm happy that it turned out that way. At least that way, and not through some kind of stupid mistake, or I don't know if Yoshi found the flippers early. But of course, I'm disappointed that we lost, and as I said before, I'm hoping the best for the next match, and we can do it.
Yep. So come out later tonight over at Speed Gaming 3 at 1 p.m. for me, but for you guys in the USA, that one is gonna land on 7 p.m. So that is one thing to look forward to. Coming out next here on Speed Gaming 4, it is the Kirby Nightmare in the Dreamland ND% tournament between Quill and Philidvan. Now that one is gonna be good. Thanks so much to Illus and iiYoshii for putting up an amazing show, and once again thanks to our tracker Demisive for doing tracking today. And also thanks so much to Fear Agent for doing commentary with me. My name is Angel. We are signing out.
Thanks, guys.
7 big key wins now. Thanks, Illus.